The breakup that you just went through is much harder for your avoidant ex than you can even realize. And this seems preposterous to you because they seem like they can just stuff it down, like they don't care. They were really cold the last time you guys talked. Seems like they're having the time of their life on social media. And, you know, you're just focusing on your hurt because you were the one that got the rug pulled out from underneath you, whereas this ex is the one that even chose to do it. So how is this hurting them? One of the things that you may not realize about the dismissive avoidant attachment style is that in childhood, that young, 1-year-old, 2-year-old, 3-year-old kid, they were emotionally neglected, which means that they weren't getting the I love yous, they weren't getting the hugs, they weren't getting, sat down and talked to about things, and they weren't watching their parents communicate. And what it's like to experience a normal family, to experience interaction and cooperation with other human beings. They didn't get that upbringing. But what does this have to do with them breaking up with you and feeling the pain? For that avoidant where real family interaction wasn't quite a thing and they had to raise themselves, when they see that in a relationship in adulthood, they don't know what it is. They almost get spooked by it. And why is this? Well, number one, because they didn't experience it. But number two, they feel broken because they're not playing with a full deck of cards emotionally, because it's like emotionality is like a weak muscle that they never trained in childhood. And they didn't have the choice. If they wanted love as that 2-year-old kid looking up in their parents, but they look, just because they looked up to their parents and wanted love, it doesn't mean they got it. And so the closer they come into you, by contrast between you and them in the relationship, they feel broken. And this is why they run away, and this is why they stuff their feelings down to even allow themselves to run away from you, because that's what they were trained to do in childhood when they try to get their needs met. They ask for something, their parents tell them to suck it up, okay? They ignore their feelings, and they stuff them down, and they keep moving. And so this is why on their social media, it seems like they're having the time of their life. This is why they were cold, because they felt like they had to break up with you, because whatever the issues were, they didn't realize that communication was a tool, to resolve that stuff. So they stuff their feelings down, they keep moving, and it seems like they're not hurt. But imagine for a second how deep the pain runs when you were a little kid that didn't get love. It goes deeper, far deeper than you can ever imagine. And for that reason, the dismissive avoidant doesn't really get past their exes that often, because they don't take the time to deal with the feelings. So they stuff them down, and they only last for a period of time. And eventually those feelings come back up to the surface. And for you, that hurt was front loaded, right? You immediately felt their absence and knew what you were losing. But for that dismissive avoidant,